Hey guys, Nozzle here. Have another gameplay video with commentary over it. We're going to be looking at a pretty long fight at the southeast camp here. I think this is our home BL. We're going to be going up against VP, which is a guild that I don't want to say gives us trouble, but consistently puts up a pretty good fight against us. And later on in the fight, we actually, I think another guild adds in. This fight we had two Scourges, both cap 700k damage, which is absolutely insane, which is why I clipped this video, and I'll kind of explain my thought process as we go. So let's get started. So you'll notice immediately that we have a down in front of us. One of the things that we can do as Necro, since we have such long range, is we can actually extend past the down while they're getting rezzed, and we can actually start harassing from range here. We know there's going to be a fight coming, so we might as well start, getting conditions out, getting some harassment out. Always make sure you know where the tag is, though, so you can get back to them. So this fight starts to develop pretty much right on top of where we are, which is a perfect scenario for us. As I mentioned before, these situations where our shade skills can hit allies and enemies, especially large amounts of people like this, are definitely situations that we try to look for. And you'll notice consistently that VP, I know they like to run kind of boom share murder balls, so they consistently try to stay tight and push on top of where our tag is, which ends up working really well for us actually. So here you can see him again trying to push onto our tag, and we should see, yeah, a shade goes down right there, and you see just how much damage goes off, how much barrier goes off on our team, and how in trouble VP is looking right now. You'll see here that this is a pretty important situation to hold, and right there a Plague Lance goes down. So Plague Lance is going to allow us to hold this kind of choke on the corner. It's going to put a lot of pressure on any downs we would have generated right there, and you'll see that Plague Lance has really split up their group, to which they have a very, very low chance of recovering at this point. So we turn around and immediately spot kind of where the rest of them are at. These are situations where you want to be prepared to immediately move your shade wherever you need to. As I turned, the shade was already going out, which allows us, you can see right there, you can just get massive damage off on people. And at this point, they're under so much pressure that they're forced to backtrack, which allows us to push into a better position. I think at this point we're just kind of mopping up the fight. VP consistently has really good sustain, which is why they're taking so long to bring it down here, but they can't keep up with the amount of boon strips that we're putting out on them. Yeah, this is where staff really comes in handy, because you have the ability to just consistently keep getting damage out from range, even if your shade skills aren't cooldown. And the rest of this fight, I think, is pretty straightforward. I think this was shot during the preview weekend. There were a couple situations here where Sandswell probably would have been really helpful, but they actually disabled Sandswell because it was crashing servers. So I'm running Desiccate here. Desiccate's alright, but I don't think it's worth running Sandswell over... I don't think it's worth running Desiccate over Sandswell. Alright, and at this point, they are pretty much wiped. As you can see from the DPS meter, we had 2 Scourges that both got above 700k. And again, this fight lasts probably about 3 minutes, which that's absolutely